शुश्रूषुभे तत्क्षणाम् ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
हरि बोल।
हरि बोल।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम
ओम
नमो
नमो
भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम
ओम
नमो
नमो
भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं
नारायणं
नमस्कृत्यं
नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं
नरं
चैव
चैव
नरोत्तमं
नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं
देवीं
सरस्वतीं
सरस्वतीं
व्यासं
व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
जयमुदीरयेत्।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु
अभद्रेषु
अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
श्रीमद्भागवतम कैंटो 1 चैप्टर 14 वर्स 9। यस्मान्न संपदो राज्यम
यस्मान्न संपदो राज्यं
दारा प्राणाकुलं प्रजा
दार
नारा
प्राणकुलं
प्राणकुलं
प्रजा
प्रजा
आसन् सपत्न विजयो
आसन्
आसन्
सपत्न
सपत्न
विजयो
विजयो
लोकाश्च यद् अनुग्रहात्
लोकाश्च
लोकश्च
यद्
यद्
अनुग्रहात्।
अनुग्रहात्
यस्मान्न संपदो राज्यम्
यस्मान्न
यस्मान्न
सम्पदो
संपदो
राज्यम्
राज्यं
धारा प्राणाकुलं प्रजा
दारा
धारा
प्राणाकुलं प्रजा
प्राणकुलं प्रजा
आसन् सपत्न विजयो
आसन्
आसन्
सपत्न
सपत्न
विजयो
विजयो
लोकाश्च यद् अनुग्रहात्
लोकश्च
लोकश्च
यद्
यद्
अनुग्रहात्।
अनुग्रहात्।
कृष्णचंद्र नंद कुमार।
यस्मान्न संपदो राज्यं
यस्मान्न
यस्मान्न
सम्पदो
संपदो
राज्यम्
राज्यम्
दारा प्राणकुलं प्रजा
दारा
दारा
प्राणाकुलं प्रजा
प्राणाकुलं प्रजा
आसन् सपत्न विजयो
Asan
Asan
sapatna
sapatna
vijayo.
vijayo.
lokascha yad anugrahat.
Lokashcha yad
Yad
anugrahat.
anugrahat.
Divya Rupa Revati.
Yasmanna sampado rajyam.
Yasmanna
Yasmanna
sampado
sampado
rajyam.
rajyam.
Dara prana kulam praja.
Dara
Dara
prana
prana
kulam
kulam
praja.
praja.
Asan sampatna vijayo.
Asan
Asan sapatna
sampatna
vijayo.
vijayo.
Lokas cha yad anugrahat.
Lokashcha yad
Lokascha yad
anugrahat.
anugrahat.
Translation and purport by Divine Grace of Charna Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Synonyms: Yasmat, from whom?
Yasmat, from whom?
Na, our.
Na, our.
Sampada, opulence.
Sampada, opulence.
Rajyam, kingdom.
Rajyam, kingdom.
Dhara, good vibes.
Dara, good wives.
Prana, existence of life.
Prana, existence of life.
Kulam, dynasty.
Kulam, dynasty.
Praja, subjects.
Praja, subjects.
Asan, have become possible.
Asan have become possible.
Sapatna, competitors.
Sapatna, competitors.
Vijaya, conquering.
Vijaya, conquering.
Loka, future accommodation in higher planets.
Loka, future accommodation in higher planets.
Cha, and.
Cha, and.
Yat, by whose.
Yat
Yat,
by
by
whose.
whose.
Anugraha, by the mercy of.
Anugrahat, by the
by the
mercy of.
mercy of.
Translation, please repeat after me. From him only all our kingly opulence, good wives, lives, progeny, control over our subjects, victory over our enemies, and future accommodations in higher planets have become possible.
From
From
him
him
only
all
all
our
our kingly opulence,
good
good
wives,
wives,
lives,
lives, progeny,
progeny,
control over
our
our subjects,
subjects,
victory over our enemies,
and
and future accommodation
accommodations
in higher planets have become possible.
All this is due to his causeless mercy upon us.
All
All
this is
this
due to
is due to his
mercy
causeless
upon
mercy
us.
upon us.
Purport.
Purport. Material prosperity consists of a good wife, good home, sufficient land, good children, aristocratic family relations, victory over competitors, and by pious work, attainment of accommodations in the higher celestial planets for better facilities of material amenities. These facilities are earned not only by one's hard manual labor or by unfair means, but by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Prosperity earned by one's personal endeavor also depends on the mercy of the Lord. Personal labor must be there in addition to the Lord's benediction. But without the Lord's benediction, no one is successful simply by personal labor. The modernized man of Kali Yuga believes in personal endeavor and denies the benediction of the Supreme Lord. Even a great sannyasi of India delivered speeches in Chicago protesting the benedictions of the Supreme Lord. But as far as Vedic Shastras are concerned, as we find in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, the ultimate sanction for all success rests in the hands of the Supreme Lord. Maharaja Yudhishthira admits this truth in his personal success, and it behooves one to follow in the footsteps of a great king and devotee of the Lord to make life a full success. If one could achieve success without the sanction of the Lord, then no medical practitioner would fail to cure a patient. Despite the most advanced treatment of a suffering patient by the most up-to-date medical practitioner, there is death. And even in the most hopeless case, without medical treatment, a patient is cured astonishingly. Therefore, the conclusion is that God's sanction is the immediate cause for all happenings, good or bad. any successful man should feel grateful to the Lord for all he has achieved.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swamin Niti Namine. Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradhaine Gaurakatha Dhamathaya Nagara Grama Tharine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadhe Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Gopala Govinda Ram Srimad Sudana. So, Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangulangai Tegirim Yatkirpa Tamaham Mande Sri Gurum Dinatharinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Maeswaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So any kind of material prosperity, be it a good wife or victory over enemies or good possession of opulences, all these facilities, as the useless people think of today that they work hard to earn whatever they earn, it is not by the hard manual labor they can get, neither by the unfair means they can get, but by the mercy of the Supreme Lord only. So, externally, their activity, they are reasoning and they are thinking that I am working hard to become what I have become. I am working hard to earn this money. I am working hard, whether it is a thief or it is a labor, doesn't matter. They are thinking, depending on those who think they are very intelligent, they are also thinking, yeah, it is my karma. I had done good pious activities. I am getting the good result. This guy is very rich because he has done pious activities. No, everybody is reasoning the fallen conditioned soul only. Fallen conditioned soul is already fallen and conditioned. What reason can be given for their existence? Huh? They forgot Krishna, so they exist in the suffering Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. In this Dukkalayam, if they are getting any facilities, it is only by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Not by their activity, not by their hard work, not by their skill or knowledge or anything. Very clearly, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned in the purport, in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, this harsh truth one must understand. Devotees should in all way knows that even for the material persons, even if he is a thief or he is a good worker, whatever facilities they are earning, it is not by one's hard manual labor or by unfair means, but by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. This is very, very important to understand. Not by my qualification, not due to my job, not due to 101 reason. They will just chain of reasons they will put. I got a good job because I had my good qualification. I am engineer, so I got job. There are engineers who are jobless and who are not engineer having a very handsome salary and good job that they are not seeing. But when it is come to personal, they just reason it. These are all nonsense. They have got whatever they got only by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. This is the absolute truth. Even in the material plane, this is the truth. So, any prosperity that earned by one's personal endeavor, that is also depending on the mercy of the Lord only. It is not that only on his own he has earned. So, no one can stand on their own leg. They need dependency. Without earth, how can you stand on your own leg, for example? Huh? Where is your personal endeavor and personal labor? It is not possible. The mercy of the Lord is there, then you can stand. But thinking that I stand on my own leg. So personal labor must be there. But that is to be in addition to the Lord's benediction. But without Lord's benediction or without Lord's mercy, there is no use of successful, there is no success in the personal labor. So that Prabhupada very clearly mentions here. But in this so-called Kali Yuga, these people, so-called people in this Kali Yuga, they believe in the personal endeavor so much so that they deny the benediction of the Supreme Lord at all. So Prabhupada quotes in Chicago, a great sannyasi delivers speeches protesting the benediction of the Supreme Lord also. But see the Guru Sadhu Shastra based on which we should accept the truth and we should make our decision. In that pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, we are finding that ultimate sanction for all success rests in the hands of the Supreme Lord only and Supreme Lord only and the Supreme Lord only. There is no any other way to yield that particular success. And Maharaja Yudhishthira is such a great personality, is the emperor of the whole world, but he admits this truth in his personal success, and he says that it is only by the mercy of the Lord we have got whatever we have got. This is the devotees attitude. Devotee's attitude is not simply telling everything because of God. He has the complete knowledge that only due to the mercy of the Lord, I have got whatever even in the material world I have got. It is only due to the mercy of the Lord. This is the truth and this is the right understanding of the devotee, and one should follow such devotee like Yudhishthira Maharaj. Because it is impossible to achieve success without the sanction of the Lord. Even a blade of grass doesn't move without the sanction of the Supreme Lord. So it must be proper. Quotes very good practical example that the best up-to-date medical practitioner with the most advanced treatment for a suffering patient could not save that patient. There is death despite his attempt. And a hopeless case without even medical treatment, patient is cured. And the doctor is astonished. Oh, miracle. Say, for example, our Guru Maharaj in the, what is it, hospital? In Bombay. So when he was admitted in the stroke. So the doctors were astonished. They were very surprised to how it is. It's impossible actually. So many cases like that. We are seeing even in ordinary person's dealings also, many times the doctors becomes astonished. How come this boy escaped? It is impossible actually. Like that we see. So this is because the Lord, and one should be grateful to the Lord for all that he has achieved in the life. Oh, okay. So we'll go to the next verse then. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 14, verse 10. Pashyotapathan naravyagra.
Pashyotpatan vyagra.
Divyan bhauman sadaihikan.
Divyan bhauman sadaihikan.
Darunan samsatho adurat.
Darunan samshato adurat.
Bayam no buddhi mohanam.
Bhayam
Bhayam no buddhi mohanam.
Pasyotpathan naravyagra.
Pasyotpatan naravyagra.
Divyan bhauman sadaihikan.
Divyan bhauman sadaihikan.
Darunam samsatho adurat.
Darunan samsato adhurat.
Bayam no buddhi mohanam.
Bhayam na buddhi mohanam.
Krishna Chandra Nanda Kumar.
Pasyotpata nara vyagra.
Pasyotpatan naravyagra.
Divyan bhauman sadaihikan.
Divyan bhauman sadaihikan.
Darunan samshato adhurat.
Darunan
Darunam samsato durad.
Bhayam no buddhi mohanam.
Bhayam no buddhi mohanam. Divya Rupa.
Pashyotpata Naravyagra
Pasyotpatam
Pashyotpatan
ravyabhra.
naravyagra.
Divyan Bhauman Sahadaihikan
Divyan
Divyan
bhaumam
bhauman
sadaikam.
sadaihikan.
Darunan Samsato Adurat
Darunam
Darunan
samsato
samsato
adhurat.
adhurat.
Bhayam no Buddhi Mohanam.
Bhayam
Bhayam
no
no
buddhi
buddhi
mohanam.
mohanam. Synonyms. Pashya, just see.
Pashya, just see.
Pashya, just see.
Utpathan, disturbances.
Utpata
Utpatan, disturbances.
Naravyagra, oh man of tiger-like strength.
Naravyagra
Naravyagra, oh man of tiger-like strength.
Divyan, happenings in the sky or by planetary influence.
Divyan
Divyan, happenings in the sky or by planetary influence.
Bauman, happenings on the earth.
Bhauman
Bhauman, happenings on the earth.
Sadaihikan, happenings of the body and the mind.
Sadahikan
Sadaihikan, happenings of the body and the mind.
Darunan, awfully dangerous.
Darunan
Darunan, awfully dangerous.
Sham, Satha, indicating.
Samshata
Samsata, indicating.
Adura, in the near future.
Adurat
Adurat, in the near future.
Bhayam, danger.
Bhayam danger.
Bhayam, danger.
Na, our.
Now our
Na, our.
Buddhi, intelligence.
Buddhi
Buddhi, intelligence.
Mohanam, deluding.
Mohanam.
Mohanam, deluding.
Translation, please repeat after me. Just see, oh man with a tiger strength.
Just see,
Just
oh man
see,
with a
oh
tiger's
man with a
strength.
tiger's strength.
How many miseries due to celestial influences?
How
How many
many
miseries due to celestial influences?
Earthly reactions and bodily pains.
earthly
Earthly reactions
Bodily
and bodily pains.
All very dangerous in themselves.
All
already
very dangerous in themselves.
Are foreboding danger in the near future by deluding our intelligence.
Are foreboding danger in the near future by deluding our intelligence.
Purport.
purport. Material advancement of civilization means advancement of the reactions of the threefold miseries due to celestial influence, earthly reactions, and bodily or mental pains. By the celestial influences of the stars, there are many calamities like excessive heat, cold, rains, or no rains, and the after effects are famine, disease, and epidemic. The aggregate result is the agony of the body and the mind. Man-made material science cannot do anything to counteract these threefold miseries. They are all punishments from the supreme energy of Maya under the direction of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, our constant touch with the Lord by devotional service can give us relief without our being disturbed in the discharge of our human duties. The Ashuras, however, who do not believe in the existence of God, make their own plans to counteract all these threefold miseries, and so they meet the failures. So they meet with the failures every time. The Bhagavad Gita 7.14 clearly states that the reaction of material energy is never to be conquered because of the binding effects of the three modes. They can simply be overcome by one who surrenders fully in devotion under the lotus feet of the Lord.
Hariam Tatsat, very clearly the secret of success is narrated by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. Because these reactions of the three modes of material natures, the threefold miseries, all these things cannot be conquered by man-made achievements or man-made innovative measures or discoveries. That is quite impossible. The celestial influences, this cannot be counteracted. And ultimately, what they are going to receive by all these different celestial influence and other things is nothing more than agony of the body and the mind. And that's all. That's the aggregate result. That's why Krishna said simply, Dukhalayam Ashashwatam. So why you want to remain in Dukhalayam Ashashwatam? Krishna has wonderful transcendental Goloka, Vrindavana and Vaikunthas where there is no dukkha. Vaikuntha means no misery, no sufferings. So Anandamayo Abhyasat, always blissfulness. So the blissfulness which is demanded by every human being in his life as an uninterrupted pleasure, it can also be achieved, but not by any material means, not by any man-made science. Nothing can be done with this. You can't even counteract the threefold miseries. What to speak of yielding happiness and pleasure? Yeah, that's the other side. So only one way. That is, you have to be constantly in touch with all blissful Lord. If you want to get water, you should have connection to a water tank or water reservoir. Otherwise, you can't have water. Similarly, you want to have bliss, you should be constantly in touch with the blissful personality of God and Lord Sri Krishna. And how can you be in touch with the water tank or water reservoir? Through a pipe. Similarly, how can you be in touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Constant touch by devotional service. That's all. So easy to understand and so simple to follow. Simply by calling out Krishna's name, then we will not be disturbed at all. We will be given the blissfulness, the knowledge, everything will be ours without any endeavor for that separately, without any attempt to remove the miseries and sufferings. It will automatically, removed. And that is because of devotional service. So, only way is surrendering unto Krishna in devotion. So that is the only way, and there is no other way, no other way, no other way. So that is the purport of this particular verse. Any questions or comments or realization, please do share with us. 5, 4.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Sir, just want to clear my understanding. So in the previous purport, we see that nothing is possible without without Lord's benediction. So,
Yes.
sir, those who are not devotees, so we have read about karma also in Bhagavad Gita. So those who are not devotees, they say, okay, your karma was good, that's why you have got these good opulences or something. But in that also Lord's benediction is required. Like fully, it is not up to, okay, my karma was good, that's only I got this good wife, good this, that. Lord's benediction is there in that as well. This is number one. And the second one is like those who are devotees or those who are initiated, in that karma does not work. Everything is controlled by Guru and Gauranga. Is my understanding correct?
Yes, 100% correct. Even for the karmis, what they are yielding is by the mercy of Lord Krishna only. And for the devotees, especially those who are initiated and gave up the karma, do not want to create new karma. They have nothing to fear about the miseries and sufferings, and they have fully in place, and they have only mercy of Krishna and nothing else. There in the material world, people have to endeavor, people have to work hard also. But for the devotee has to do only devotional service. Whatever he does becomes devotional service because he is keeping Krishna in the center. So there is no karma. For the outsiders, it look like as if he is also doing karma only, he is also working, earning, all these things, but it is not. Because he is Krishna conscious, as Gaura's spiritual master, he does not want to create a new karma and is performing everything for satisfaction of Guru and Krishna, to spend those money in, preaching and being, to become Krishna consciousness only. So in that way, the devotees are most fortunate because they don't need to make a separate endeavor and hard labor on the material plane. Rather, whatever they are working becomes devotional service, as everything is doubted towards Krishna consciousness. This does not necessarily mean that devotee will give up his job. No, that is not the meaning. The meaning is the job what he is doing is not karma. The job what he is doing is a devotional service. He must understand that and keep Krishna at the center everywhere. That's all. Very nice understanding. Thank you very much. 5,
Thank you, sir.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for your association. Let's assemble back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Indian time to continue Srimad Bhagavatam. Till then, Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
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 Pavitra Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
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 Pavitra Pavan Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Vaishnav Pranam. Vancha
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari
Hari Hari
Bol.
Hari